Hello guys, welcome back. In this video we'll get a little deeper into Java. I built this simple conditionals class in the last video. We'll just enhance it a bit. This is the main function that runs when I execute the program. I'll just quickly execute and show you what it does. There we go, it says number is not 0. Now what I want to do is, instead of a number, I want to have a string. I'll just create another one and then delete num later. So the way you do that is using the string keyword, and then I'm going to call text, and I'll initialize it here, text equals. Now instead of I'm just going to do this first, so text equals hello, and then I can say if instead of num we use text double equals hello, and you do the same thing, just print text, otherwise we just print no match. So if I run this now, we'll see what happens. So it prints hello because this is hello, and if I make this not hello, and then it prints something else, no match. That's great. One thing to notice is this is a lowercase int, but this is capital. So whenever you see a name starting with capital, it means it's a class. So we're using a text string, using the string object, which is part of java.lang, as you can see in this here, and then it gives you a bit more details, which we'll look at later on. So for strings, there's a couple of ways of checking equality. Instead of using double equals, I could just say equals and then give it whatever we had before, hello, and then this should do the same thing. It should be a match, or hello, it should print hello. So this is basically how different data types work, and some of them are objects and you can use the methods associated with them. Plus is called the concatenation operator, so I can add a full stop as well. So what this does is it adds the text of hello to a full stop. What that means is in the output here there'll be an extra full stop if I run this again. There you go, right? So we're not using this, so I'm just going to comment that. As you can see, there's this double slash which comments out code. I can write anything here and Java will just ignore it. Okay, and you might wonder why do we need this? So I could just say, I'm just going to come here, double slash variable to store, right? Or variable to base the condition. Anyone who's going through your code will know what you're trying to do here, right? That's why we use comments. And there's a lot of other symbols. We'll go through them later because we just covered plus and we just covered the double slash. But there's parentheses. What do they mean? And then there's these brackets. What do they mean? So we'll cover that more in detail later. Okay, we can further simplify this a bit. I'm just going to do that. And text is going to get assigned. But instead of just assigning a constant value, let's give it a bit of random. So I want to read something from the keyboard and then use that text instead of just using the word hello. So for that, I use a class called scanner, and I'm going to call it word. You can call it anything. Basically, you're just giving it a name. Equals new scanner. Scanner is a class. And then we have to tell where the input's coming from. So I'm going to just say system.in, which is the keyboard, the input. If you're typing your code manually in without IntelliJ, you might want to use the import statement at the top. For me, it happens automatically. As IntelliJ sees new classes, it'll import them. But yeah, so that's how. If I get rid of this line, it'll make them red, and I have to press Alt Enter, and it'll add the import statement there, right? So that's how that works. So we have this word. We've created the new scanner object, which is good, but we're not using it because the text is still set to this. So I want to say word dot next line. Line is good enough. So there's different functions. So if you can get a next integer, next double, long, whatever data type, this should now work. So I've just run it, and it's waiting on me. If I type hey, and anything that you see in green is something you type, and this is true for IntelliJ, PyCharm, and there's few other IDEs that do that. But if I run it again and type hello, this time it just prints hello with a dot, full stop, right? And that's coming from here. So to make this a little better, what I can do is I can print a line first. So I can say system.out.println, enter a word, right? And then give it a bit of. So what this does is it'll print it in a new line, or it'll print this word and put the cursor in the new line. But if I want it to be in the same line, I use print instead of println. And now you can see that it says enter a word. I can say calm, no match. So we can stop here. I think we've made a good progress in this video. We went through some of the basic concepts of using a string variable and also getting input from a keyboard or any other source. Thank you. I'll see you in the next one.